Hello guys, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Now today I have come with a very interesting topic about the culture I experienced when I first landed in Australia. I know most of you could be preparing to come to Australia maybe for job or for studies, and so it's good you understand some of these things before you land here, and so at least you are aware that some of these things do happen. For me, it was a real culture shock, because coming from a country where things are done differently, and here you are, things are done a little bit not what we are used to. It was a big shock. So without wasting much time, let's get to number one, what we call the house viewing. Now this is when you want to rent a house. You cannot just walk in and you say you want a house. First you have to look for that house online, and then if that house is what you'd love to rent, then you go ahead, you do the registration, and the registration is to enable you to go to view the house, what we call the house viewing. So we had to look for the house and then register and then go for the actual house viewing. Normally they allocate about 15 minutes for you to drive in there and view the house. If you love the house, then you can go ahead and do the application for rent. So this is what happened. So here I am, I have applied for the house, and then I'm going to view the house, thinking that I am alone. I met like over 50 people coming to view the same house. And you see the person conducting the viewing, the person from the company, is at the door with a printed list, and he is confirming your name before you get in. So if you have not registered, you are not allowed in. And again, if you have not come to view the house, you cannot, you don't have a chance of winning the house for rent, because they believe for you to win the house for rent, you must first view it. So here I am thinking I am alone, and I'm meeting this number of people, and I'm like, how am I gonna get this house? It's too many people here. And I was like, oh my goodness, this is not what I'm used to. So that's one of the things, one of the strange thing happened to me, and I happened to find here in Australia. So that was it. Number two is what we call house inspection. Now here you have the house. So after staying the house for about 3 months, I received a letter stating that the company will be conducting house inspection. And I'm like, what house inspection? So only to realize that after every 3 months, normally houses in Australia are inspected. So if you are renting, the company will come and conduct inspection, and the inspection is to check whether you are maintaining the house, if there are marks on the walls, or if you are just not cleaning the house. So you have to clean the house, you have to ensure there is no marks on the wall. And this is something that I was not used to, because if someone came to inspect the house from the country I came from, I would be like, are you planning to steal from me, or are you coming to check the things I have bought? So it was totally different. And if you are not available for the inspection, they will write email and tell you very nicely, if you are not available, then just let us know, and we will use our office key to come get into the house and conduct our inspection. And that is it. That's the culture. So they will come, they will take photos from bedroom, from everywhere in your room, and then they go. Number three, something which I found unusual, is the office culture here. The office culture in Australia is very, very different from what I was used to. the bosses here make their own coffee, they clean after them, they rinse the cups and they put them in the dishwashing machine, and they are comfortable doing that. Everybody does that in the office. Some other cultures I don't want to mention, or other places, is we've got tea girls, we've got people wiping the tables, we've got people doing all manner of things. Here, no one does anything for you in the office. You are your own self boss and servant, if I can say that. So you do everything for yourself. There's no, those people coming serving you, around. No. You just have to do things by yourself, and I found that quite interesting. Number 4, another thing that really shocked me is that people here in Australia are very, very open. People will tell you about even what is going on in their own life. You can meet someone, even in a bus station, and you even don't know this person, you haven't even talked for a long time, and they are happy to share with you what is happening in their, in their own life, what kind of sicknesses they are suffering from, and even at a workplace, people will share with you what happened to them in their family, with their wives, with their husbands, and they are telling you, and you are like, you don't know what to say, because this is something you are not used to, and you are like, oh, okay, yeah, oh, okay, oh, all right, oh, yes, okay. You don't know what to say. I'm coming from a community where sharing your own personal life, or the personal things it's not something that people would normally do with even strangers and the people they don't know much about. So here people are quite open. They would tell you about anything, and that is their culture. They are happy to do it. Number 5 is the trendy work in Australia. People doing jobs like plumbing, electricians, truck drivers, lawn mowers, those hands-on work. They are seen as successful people, and they are very, very respected, and for sure they are respected, and it's very good work here in Australia. And people don't really care or mind whatever you do. People in Australia respect your job. They respect what you do. In my country, if you are doing such a job, you are seen, sometimes people will see you as a failure, or someone who never made it in studies, and you seem like you're doing something inferior, something not worthy. Here it's very different. Whether you dropped from the school, whether you went to the uni, you are all seen as successful people, and that's something that was different from what I'm used to. Number 6, the informality in this country is at another level. The casualness of things, no. It's different. It's different. The bosses, the interaction with the staff, the way you interact with people in authority. There is a lot of casual interaction, and that is normal. That is life. Calling your bosses with their first name, and they are so happy to interact with you and to have stories, and there's a lot of freeness when it comes to dealing with the people of different positions. People don't care about their titles here. It's very rare to hear someone being addressed by their title, because it doesn't matter. They don't care about it, and that's something that for me, I was so happy about it. People treated the same, and from some countries or some communities, when you interact with your bosses, you talk to them in a casual manner, it is seen as a sign of not respecting them. unlike here in Australia, and I'm so happy about that. So those are some of the things you might experience if you are coming to Australia. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you will enjoy. I hope you learn something. I will see you soon in my next video, which is the culture shock part 2. Make sure to tune in and wait, it is coming soon. If you have not subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe.